Okay, there we are. All right, so I'll dive right into the topic, and that is understanding golden our home care products. So I'll just start from where we normally start from. When you're going to buy a cleaning product, for example, what are the things that you consider? There are factors that you know when you go to buy something or something that has been recommended to you. What are the things that that they would normally say? One of the first things, definitely the first thing is it is effective. So it does the job that it says it does. If it is for mopping floors, if it is for washing clothes, if it is for cleaning your utensils or whatever, the first thing is, does it actually do the job that it says that it does? Then the second consideration, which is growing, and I hope that it continues to grow, is how safe and how healthy is it for you, your family, and for the environment. That is the second consideration. The third consideration is it a multi-purpose cleaner, or do you only use it for that one purpose? Can you use it for several uses? That is another very major consideration, because sometimes you don't want to have bottles and jerry cans lying all over the place, each one cleaning a different surface or different item. It's often good. People often love to have a product that will cover a multiple of surfaces. Then, of course, we also consider the fragrance. And when you go on the shelves, for example, you'll see a lot of cleaning products, and each one of them promoting a certain fragrance. You'll hear of maybe this one has lavender, this one has a lemon flavor, this one has whichever flavor. So the fragrance, which then it leaves on the surface or in the material that you're cleaning, is also a consideration that people make. And then for some that have allergies, it is also important to know what kind of product that you're choosing, whether it's actually going to make the people who have the allergies in your home worse, or it's actually going to help to improve their situation. And then, of course, another very important factor is price. How much is the product? Because we don't want to pay exorbitant amounts for products, yet we can actually get alternatives on the market that are cheaper and do a good job. So normally those are the ones that people think of when you're going to buy a cleaning product, and all of them are quite valid. So I'll tell you now, and as we go along, I'll also explain to you why I'm saying that. I'm telling you now, ladies and gentlemen, that the products that I'm going to talk about, the Neolife Golden products that I'm going to talk about, actually tick all those boxes that I just mentioned. So they are effective, as I will mention each one of them. They're effective, so they do the job that they say they do. They are cost friendly because they're very concentrated. So if you actually understand how to measure the amounts and do the mixing, and as we say in Neolife, we do not sell water. So all the products that you buy on the market, that you buy from Neolife, will actually be super, super concentrated. So a little will go a long way. And of course, that covers the price, that covers the cost. That means that you might pay a lot, you might think that you're paying a lot at the time of buying, but the length of time that product takes you will not be the same as something that you bought much, much cheaper. So in the end, the Neolife product will actually be cheaper than any other product that you find on the market. And then, of course, you have the added advantage that it ticks all these other boxes that I mentioned, very safe and healthy for you. There are no toxins in any of those products. So they will be healthy for you, for your family, for your children, but also because these products are also biodegradable, it means that they byproducts. If you washed your clothes with these products, if you cleaned your floors with these products, and you have the byproduct, the water, and you pour it in your compound or wherever, or even in another water body, for example, they will not affect the ecosystem of that environment, because they are made in such a way that they convert very naturally back to the environment without affecting the microorganisms, and which in this day and age is something that we always promote and something that we always encourage ourselves to think about, because we don't only just live for ourselves today, we also live for the generations to come. So whatever we do today needs to be sustainable, responsible, that we look after not just ourselves, but also for the generations that are coming after us. I also mentioned about these products being, taking the box of being multi-purpose cleaners. So the products that I'll be talking about are not just for cleaning just the one thing. There are some products where they say, this one is just for cleaning the toilet. You only use it for cleaning the toilet. You can't put it anywhere else. These products, we have them on our shelves in our supermarkets and in our local shops. But the Neoloife products are that versatile that they will work on multiple surfaces. All you need to do is just change the concentration of the mixture to either much concentrated or less concentrated, depending on what you're actually going to clean. So, and then of course they are lightly fragranced. The fragrances of the products are not overwhelming. I'll be talking about some of them that can actually be used as deodorizers or as air fresheners. They have very gentle fragrance that can be accepted even with people who have sensitivities in like allergies and all those things. Okay. Dr. Eseza, I'll keep referring to you, Dr. Eseza, please allow me. During her talks, if you've had an opportunity to listen to any of her trainings, she usually encourages us to read labels of the things that we're actually buying for our homes, buying for ourselves. And the reason is, when you have this information, then you have power, then you're able to choose correctly because you know what is in it. And if you don't understand what it is, then find out. We have sources of doing research now. We can Google. We even have AI now, so you can even use AI to find out what that ingredient is that you're actually taking into your home. Right here with me, I've written some of the common ingredients in some of the cleaning products that you'll find in some of the products that we have in our homes. Some I cannot pronounce, the names I can't pronounce, so I'll not bother with those, but I'll name some of the ones that you will know and that you probably heard of or that you know already. Something like bleach. We've had ammonia, chlorine, sulfuric acid, synthetic fragrances. The list is rather long, but I've just read out just those. And just to mention that there is a multitude of ingredients that they put in these products, which then make them seem like they're effective, because once they use them on a surface, then you will get the desired outcome. If you're cleaning a floor and you have some of these ingredients in there, the floor will get clean, but then what are the effects after? What are the effects to you? What are the effects to the environment? What are the effects to your skin, to your eyes? These are some of the things that we need to think about when we are considering buying a product. So from my little research, they say that some of these toxic chemicals, they're called toxic chemicals, that are put in these products have been linked to cancers, liver and kidney disease, skin conditions, lung complications, hormonal disruptions, asthma and other allergies, irritation to eyes and skin, and then some of them actually affect our reproductive health. So we cannot take them lightly. We really can't take them lightly, because it's not just, now we know that it's not just about getting something clean. It is much, much beyond that, because what's the point in wearing a clean cloth but with it, you're inhaling something that is actually going to affect you and then will cost you a lot of money to get it sorted, to get the treatment. Why don't you manage it right from the word go by buying a product that is responsible, that is healthy, that is right for you, that is right for your family, and the environment. I keep referring to the environment because we have moved on. We are now more enlightened, and we know that it's very important to keep to make considerations for the environment as we know that it requires. So I encourage you again to always read the labels before you buy any product. But then I also hope that after this meeting with you, ladies and gentlemen, that you will have the courage to actually go back to the shelves where you keep your cleaning products and take off the items that you think or that you know from what we are learning today are not good for you, for your children, for your family members, for your loved ones, and for the community at large, that you take them off and actually consider getting these products that are good for you and that are good for everyone. You might not be able to take them all off at once, but then you make a consideration to take one off at a time until actually have all of them off the shelf. I've gotten to a point where in my home, there is no single product. It was a process, but I got to a point where there's no single product in my home that is actually not a responsible product. I'll call them responsible products because of the way that they take care of me, my family, and the environment. So as we speak now, all the products that I have at home that I use for my cleaning, for my washing, are all the same. And it was really a process. And now I cannot go back because I know that it works. And I'm so happy that I learned about the goodness of these products. So I'll just talk about four of these products. I have some of them here that I want to talk about. I'll speak first of all about G1 Laundry. And that's because I've just done my laundry right now. I'll speak about G1 Laundry. This one right here, 2 kilograms of your washing powder. So this is a super concentrated washing powder that is very effective. So it washes your whites, it washes colored clothes, and all of them maintain the shine or the quality that they have. We know that there are some washing products that actually make that fade the clothes. So by the time you do 5 washes of the same cloth, especially clothes that are maybe black, by the time you do 5 washes, then it's as good as throwing away because it loses that shine that it had when it was new. But this product is both effective but also gentle on the cloth. And besides that, it's also gentle on the hands, so you never have an incident where I remember in the past, I used to have issues when I was washing and my hands would actually get blisters because of the washing powders that I was using at the time. But this is very gentle on the hands, gentle on the cloth, but then actually effective that it removes the stains that it takes away the dirt that you intend to wash off. So it's also very concentrated. And you will not believe that these 2 kilograms can do up to 155 washes. So just imagine, we're talking about cost and price and being able to compare on the market. I don't think you can find a product on the market that will do 155 washes in just 2 kilograms. And that, you believe it when, for those of you who haven't used it, of course, this is, I put my finger just so you see how small this thing is. This is the scoop that you use. Very, very tiny scoop. And for a wash of 7 kilograms, if you're using a washing machine, 7 kilograms, you use only 3 scoops. It's unbelievable. The first time I had it, I was like, no, it can't work, but it actually works. Just 3 scoops in a 7 kilogram wash. You're washing clothes that are worth 7 kilograms and you're using only 3 scoops. And if they're very soiled, for example, if you're washing clothes of children, which can be quite soiled because of the way they play and all of that, then you just put 4 scoops, very tiny scoops, almost like a teaspoon. So that is how amazing this is in terms of concentration. So that takes us back to price. So it eventually becomes cheap because of the way it's concentrated. And then it's also friendly in terms of, if you inhale the fume, you touch it, so you do not get any irritation, and very environmental friendly because it's biodegradable. So it decomposes perfectly into the environment or into the ground and does not affect the ecosystem. And it can also work on different temperatures. So it can work in both warm and cold water. So that also gives you that kind of flexibility. And besides that, you can also use it either for hand wash or machine wash. So that flexibility is what I love about G1 Laundry. Okay, then talk about Super 10, the super 10 that everybody loves. This is a very versatile, I don't have it, I ran out of my Super 10, I haven't replenished yet. It is a very versatile cleaner, so it does both light cleaning and heavy cleaning. It can be used for both domestic and industrial. And depending on the toughness of the grime that you want to deal with, and that is how you actually dilute your product. So if you're just using it for ordinary home care use, the concentration is low. And then if you're using it for industrial or even home care, for example, if you're cleaning a greased oven that needs a tough cleaning, then you increase the concentration. So it gives you that flexibility as well. So it does the whole range of cleaning that you can possibly imagine. So we think about our bathrooms, our toilets, think about or laundry. For example, if you have a tough stain, imagine like an ink stain in a cloth. That will probably not be taken out by the G1 laundry. We all know how ink stains are stubborn, but what you do is you actually sprinkle a little Super 10 on on that ink spot and then put it in the washing with the G1 laundry. So you're using two products to attack that same stain, and you get the results. So you can also use it for mopping floors, for cleaning carpets and rugs, vehicle engines, perfect for that as well, for cleaning your patios, your driveways, your ovens. I already mentioned that, microwave oven and all of that. You can use a Super 10. It is a product that would be ideal for every home to have. And of course, just like all the other products, it's very concentrated. So a little goes a long way. And Super 10 can also be used as an air freshener or a deodorizer. So if there is an odor or, an odor that has been lingering that you want to get rid of, you just put in a mixer bottle and you spray in the air, and then it will dispel the bad odor. Of course, if the problem that is causing the odor is still there, then you need to first deal with that problem, and then the after effects are what you use the spray with. Then LDC, I started using LDC when I had my baby, and that's when I was using it to clean my own utensils while in hospital, but also later to wash her bottles. And since then, we've been using it for everything, everything at home, to wash our utensils at home. So LDC would normally be used. The common use, I think, at least from most of the people that I know, they use it for cleaning their dishes, their cutlery, and all of that. It is a light duty cleaner, so it can actually be used for those, simple cleanings, but it has a lot of lather when you're using it, and the lather lasts for quite a while. It is concentrated, so you only use very little, and it will take you for a long time. So of course, it's advisable that you never use the product on its own, that you first mix it, and then you mix it further when you're actually using it. Don't pour right from the bottle. I have my LDC here. And I always buy before I run out, because we have gotten so used to having it that if we run out, we would not know what to do. Yeah, and so you can use it for cleaning, cleaning utensils. I already mentioned that, but it's also good for hand washing. If you put it in your in maybe the jerry can that you use for your hand washing to do your hand washing, because it's also very gentle on the skin. It can clean kitchen counters, cleaning fridges, and I've also known people that use it to clean their delicates. So a very fantastic product to have in your home. And I hope that it's also a consideration that you make for your day-to-day cleaning. Then I'll finally talk about another one of my favorites, and that is Care. Care is our sanitizer. The sanitizer that we learned to use to extreme extents during the COVID time, and you know, it has stuck for some people. Some people always have sanitizer with them, but for us, we shall not have any ordinary sanitizer. You and I will have Care, the perfect sanitizer. It kills, from the label, it kills over 99.9 of the bacteria. This is like household bacteria, and they mention E. coli and something that I can't pronounce. So it kills of approximately 90. It kills 90, not even approximately. It says it kills 99.9% of the bacteria. So that is effective, isn't it? That is really effective. So, and it can also work both in our homes, but is also recommended for hospitals. So it is still the concentration that differs. So in homes, the concentration is about 1 part of Care to 50 parts of water. That is when you're buying for home use. Maybe you want to keep it in your home to also to wipe kitchen counters, or to you know, sanitize your hands. If you have little ones, you need to sanitize them every time they're coming into play, or you just want to sanitize maybe your toilet seat, or whatever reason that you ever need to sanitize. This is the product. Whatever need some of you have these sanitizers that you use quite a lot at home. So for whatever reason you use those ones for, Care is your very good substitute. It's good to have for the ladies, especially that always carry bags. It's good to have this product in your hand, because we know, you know, anytime you might need to, you get into a situation and you know that you need to sanitize your hands. You need to feel clean, and this is the perfect the friend to have with you. Then it's also another deodorizer, so you can clean the air, you can freshen the air using this. So you also mix it, the 1 part to 50 parts of water, and just spray in the air to dispel those bad odors, and it also has a nice, mild but very gentle fragrance, and pleasant as well, that will remain in the room once you spray it there. So that is really all that I wanted to share with you. I hope that it was worth your time, and that you have been able to learn something that you can take away with you, if especially this is your first time to listen to this home care product presentation. If there are any questions, please contact your upline or the person who invited you to the meeting to get a bit more information. And I really look forward to knowing that that from this meeting there are people that have made decisions to change the shelf. Thank you, Peace. To change the products that you're using. And remember that, yes, thank you, Levi. And remember that it's not just about you. It's not just about you, but you, if you're the parent, you're the mother, you're the father, it's not just about you, but it is up to you because you're the one who's buying the products. So remember to do the right thing and use the products that will be good for you and for your little ones and your wife or husband and, you know, the people that you're living with. And also for us who are in the business, it is difficult to sell something that you do not know very well. That's something that you haven't used and assure that it works. So I would encourage that before you actually delve into the selling and, you know, the enthusiasm of the selling, that you actually have used these products because it makes it easier to talk about them when you've used them. I personally, you know, when I'm talking to somebody about this product, it's natural because I've used them, I know how they work, and I'm confident that whatever I'm saying is not just because I want to sell to you, but because I know that it will do wonders for you. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time, and I hope that you have a lovely weekend. I'll now admit Mugisha. I'll admit Mugisha, and then also hand over to Mr. Muhumuza. I hope he's already in the meeting, but it looks like not. All right. It seems like we don't have Mumza in the meeting. Mumza, I'm going to give you a few minutes. If you're in the meeting, please let me know so that I don't end the meeting while you're on. Because I know that he wanted to speak to us about yeah, he's on. All right, Mr. Mhumza, I'm handing over to you to take us through the rest of the meeting. We have about 20 minutes to close. Thank you very much. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.